And I feel like I'd need like a knife of some sort, you know, because I feel like that's just what you need, right? A knife, a cell phone, and peanut butter. Probably the day that we had to hike up to a bat cave to film in. That was challenging and equally as rewarding. It was really fun.
I think it was the first week because you know, when with a movie like this, like you talk to the director months in advance, and you're setting these ideas. And movies are really just, you know, like words on a piece of paper. Like they're ideas, and then you write them down. Ideas, you write them down, and then you go shoot it. You know, so it's kind of like a magical thing where you're like, oh yeah, I think we should do this, and then, you know, it's got to fall down and blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden you do it. It could be something like, you know what, in the third act I want something to blow up, so what can we write to blow up? You know, so it's a lot of cause and effect, but it all starts in your imagination, and then it's really awesome to finally be there in the first day and watch it all come to life.
The one that really grabbed me and I was like, it was tugging at my heartstrings was Patrick's fantasy, where he wants to be in the military with his dad and meet his dad and see his dad become a hero. Getting to see the scenes where it was him and his dad, like it was very emotional and raw and real, and it almost felt like a separate movie from Fantasy Island. It was, you know, all the fantasies kind of feel like their own little movie.
I would say The Blonde Girls. And then when people see the movie, they'll know what I'm talking about.
If you were to ask me what my fantasy is, like there's so much weight to the fantasies in the movie, like they're not superficial at all. I mean, what's cool about all of them is they all kind of intertwine, and you realize they all have a lot more to do with each other than they thought.
That's like saying which child is your favorite. I could never. I would say my favorite fantasy, if I had to pick, and this is gonna be I'm cheating, is the macro fantasy, the fantasy that ultimately has something to do with each of the other fantasies, right? There is something else going on this island. I'm not gonna say what it is, but that idea was actually the thing that got this movie going, because I had that concept in my head, and that's what inspired Jason to go get the rights.
I feel like if it were female, maybe like Ellen DeGeneres. I feel like she'd be really fun. If it were male, Brad Pitt.
I would say no celebrity and go with my family. That would be pretty cool. I can just imagine like what my son would pick for his fantasy. He'd probably want a real life version of Minecraft. He would just keep building and building his new life, you know what I mean? He would build us a mansion. He just loves building that stuff.
So easy. Michael Pena, Maggie Q, Lucy Hale, Jimmy O Yang, Ryan Hansen, Portia Doubleday. I take my cast, Michael Rooker, because they've been there before, so they would know what to do to stay alive, and I love all those people. They've become my friends, my family. We had so much fun making this movie.
A cell phone, obviously.
How to do book on how to survive so that I can read up on it, and then
I need food, like a jar of peanut butter. That'll last you a really long time.
a water purifier, for sure, because there's seawater all around.
And I feel like I'd need like a knife of some sort, you know, because I feel like that's just what you need, right? A knife, a cell phone, and peanut butter. And like if I needed a haircut, you know, there are so many reasons for it.
Definitely, I would need a tent.
I would take a plane, a pilot, and some fuel.
Probably to be cloned and to start an army and then fight. Wait, that's another movie. That's another movie. I don't know, you know what? Like the writers, to be honest with you, the writers in Hollywood are so good, and their job is to think outside the box and think of new stories and push the limits as much and as far as they can. And so when I think of a character, I'll read a script and it'll be 30 times better than what I initially thought. I'll probably say the UK, because it's got, like, I can go to Spain, France really quickly, if you know, because America's not an island. But I can always hop on a plane and be somewhere in 2 hours that's really warm. And plus, we went to the summer there. We almost got a house at Primrose Hill, or actually a flat. But we definitely love the UK.
Yes, we do have some Riverdale surprises on Katie Keene throughout the season. I can't tell you who, but there will be quite a few that I think the fans will be really happy with. And then I got to do an episode of Riverdale recently too that aired, so that was fun. Maybe Archie? Yeah, and he ties in with Josie's storyline, so that would make sense. And why wouldn't you want KJ there?